Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio.
So first,
absolutely,
and I was like,
let's dig it all up.
Oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So sidebar.
Yes. And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Also Podcast, the podcast where Meredith and I talk about whatever the hell we want, but mostly it's about news gossip we hear, because at this point, we're not really watching much. We're just inhaling
that's so
content.
True.
We're just
Every
inhaling
time
content.
we record this summer, the news is like a whole hour.
An hour. And everything else, we're just like, are you reading anything? No. Are you watching
anything?
anything?
And it's just like,
no.
I'm watching this. It's okay.
It's fine. Move on. Which this will probably be this too, because I've been inhaling some more content.
I have like 7 things on news, and
great.
I do have a monologue to give about a TV show, though.
We'll do a quick reading, a quick watching, and a quick listening, and we'll be done with it. Also, if you're interested in watching us while you listen to us, check us out on Patreon. We upload the video. It's crazy. Also, we have an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Patreon, as I just mentioned. All the links are in our description. And please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe before the summer's over, particularly, just because let's end summer on a note. I don't know if it would be high or low, depending on the stars you give us, but give us a note, you know?
Give us a note.
Great. Meredith, should we do small celebrations?
Yes.
Okay, what's your small celebration?
My small celebration is my codependent relationship with my coworkers has reached a new height.
Amazing.
We do nothing without each other. Like, literally, if somebody's like, I need a coffee, we're like, okay, let's all go.
Yes.
Which is really fun. But we have to go in 3 days a week. We get to pick them. My 2 besties have always done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay.
So I'm sad girl on Thursday because I'm alone. I finally convinced them that Thursdays are where it's at. Like, being at home on Wednesday is everything. So like this Thursday I converted one. I am leaving and working remote for a little bit, so I don't get to enjoy it with them for a little, but I finally convinced them. So we get to be codependent 3 days a week.
All the time. That's amazing. No, I love that. It reminds me of the original
of
trio.
Our codependency.
The original trio. We would have, what was it, cookie runs? I love the cookie run.
And then Kraft Heinz taste testing.
Kraft Heinz taste testing. And we did lunch hour, and we took a full hour. You know what? That was before COVID, when people didn't expect you to work all 8 hours. Now they think you just have ample amount of time. But when you're entry level before COVID, man, you're not needed. Done.
Yeah.
We did nothing. Not even sure we did anything.
What's yours?
I got free Shake Shack today.
What?
That's a win. That's a win. So I went to a Liberty game last night. Mm-hmm. And they always do this promotion. If the other team misses 2 free throws in a row, you get a free Shack burger or whatever. And so every time I've gone, they never miss 2 in a row, of course, because that's crazy. Yeah. Last night, they missed 2 in a row. The other team did. And we got Shake Shack. So I ran my butt over to Shake Shack at 4:30 p.m. And I showed my ticket in the rain. And I was like, I get free Shake Shack. And he's like, get a free Shack burger. And then you get to buy something else. And I was like, give me fries and a lemonade. So I got it probably would have been $19, but I got it for $11.
Woo, what a win.
And that was dinner.
Oh my God.
And that was dinner. I don't even like Shake Shack that much, but I love a deal. And I will go out in the rain and get that free Shack burger if my life depends on it.
I love free food.
Absolutely. I made sure everyone I knew that was at that game, because it's weird. I know a lot of people that go to these Liberty games. This is my community now. I was texting all of them. I was like, don't forget your Shack burger. And only one of them was like, should I do it? And I was like, you're literally letting a meal, like a whole deal go.
I agree.
This is a deal. You get $8. That's a burger, is the $8. And you get a burger. And was it that good? No, but it was free.
Here's the thing, like, you can't get a meal for $11 anymore. I was just talking to my coworkers about this. Like, everything is like $20 a pop. So like spending $15 on like a sweet green salad doesn't seem like crazy work anymore, even though that's insane. So I will pay for a full meal. I don't care what it is. If it's $11, I'm in.
It was delicious. It was $11 worth of food. That's how good it was. $11. It was amazing. So yeah, I'm happy. I love a meal deal, and it's the first time this has happened to me. I've been to a lot of games, and I finally got my fucking
That's
free
a celebration,
Shake Shack.
a double celebration, because you finally got the win on that, and you got a deal.
And I got the burger, so that's fun. Should we get into news, though? We have a lot to cover.
You go first.
You go first.
Did you see the photo of Paige Desorbo is filming The Devil Wears Prada too?
So
I'm getting more hyped for this movie as time goes on.
That's insane that she's in this. Do you think
she proves?
Do you think Street?
I bet.
I can't. I'm out.
I wonder if she's like an assistant. Or like, I wonder what her role is.
I bet it's just a cameo. I think she just walks past and like says something snarky.
Oh, like maybe they're like a fashion show, and like she's also sitting there.
What's the second one about? Because Anne Hathaway is in it, right?
They're all, the main three are back. Emily Blunt, Anne Hathaway, and Meryl Streep are all back. And I think Stanley Tucci, is that his name?
Yeah.
I think everybody important is back.
So I think it's probably just like, I'm assuming there's maybe a new assistant in town or something. And then like, they're maybe at a fashion show and Paige Desorbo does a little like.
That's true, because she was only seen in like one outfit.
Yeah, like what if it's like your shirt doesn't match your shoes type thing and she snarkily walks away. I think it's like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I would guess. I wouldn't assume she's the assistant or like a main role.
No, that's true.
I think she's cameoing it.
Okay.
I'm how Sean Johnson showed up in Secret Life of the American Teenager for 5 seconds and she left. You know, it's one of those.
I'm proud of her because this kind of like reaffirms that like her leaving Summer House is the best thing for her. Like she has so much time to do all this other stuff now.
Yeah, agreed. And her breaking up with Craig is the best thing for her because if she was still attached to that fucking loser, I couldn't support this movie. That's how much I hate him.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
What do you got?
Amazing. Did you see Sean Kingston went to jail?
Wait, what did he go to jail for?
I don't even know. I just started laughing, and I went.
You're like, what a callback!
I think you were not sad, but you had texted me like not happy one day, and I was like, "This will cheer her up." Sean Kingston's in fucking jail. I haven't heard of this man in so long. Also, hot take: I hate what's his really famous song because I hate it.
The like Beautiful Girl.
Yeah, I hate that song. Oh,
I mean, there's just not much to it.
He did a $1 million fraud scheme. I think that's it. I think he was Jen Shawing and he took advantage of old people.
It's crazy to me when like rich people do shitty things to stay rich.
Conspiracy to commit wire fraud and wire fraud. He was convicted for his role in a scheme to defund luxury merchandise vendors. Ooh.
Wait, say that again?
Defraud luxury merchandise vendors. So not old people, sorry.
Okay, I feel better about that.
This involved using his celebrity status to obtain items like bulletproof watches and a large TV without making proper payment. He and his mother sent fake wire transfer receipts to victims.
Oh, so he was like buying goods and not paying for them.
He was in it with his mom.
Shitty. I thought he was funnier. I thought he was like selling fake goods, but that makes sense.
I never liked Sean Kingston, so I don't care that he's in jail.
Let it be known.
I like when bad things happen to rich people, and I'll continue saying that. And if I'm ever rich, everyone should root for my downfall for sure. But here's no, there's no difference. If I become super rich, like filthy rich, of course root for my downfall. I would want it too.
Well, yeah, because
unless I do good with my money.
Yeah, but if you're a billionaire, you're clearly not doing enough good with your money.
True.
To me, it depends how much you're worth. And I don't really care about how much I do care how much you're making because it's probably off of the back of people who are actually doing the work. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like mega millionaires and billionaires, I don't care how much good you claim to do because if you have that much wealth just sitting in investments, there's so much more you could do. I could never be the person who has so much money that I could end like world hunger
And
like have that ability. Yeah.
And I'm just not doing it. And the crazy thing is, cough, cough, Jeff Bezos, who could end world hunger, he has a continuous stream of revenue. It's not like all his money would go, like, literally. But Sean Kingston's one of those rich people that, like, got rich and then didn't invest or save.
Yeah.
And now he's not has like, no money.
Yeah. So he had taste and a desire to live a certain lifestyle.
Whatever.
And was fraudulent about it.
His songs weren't even good. I didn't even buy them on iTunes. I wasn't giving him 99 fucking cents for that shit. Never. No.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. Okay, do you want to go? What else do you have?
Have you heard about these shitty people who, I don't know their names because I don't need to know their names, but it's the couple, it's somewhere in California whose baby, they said, was kidnapped, and I'm putting that in quotes. It's a 7-month-old baby, and the mom's story says that they were in this town. It wasn't the town that they lived, but they were in this town because like some of the other kids had like soccer or something. The mom went to a sporting goods store and says that the baby had a dirty diaper and she like changed it, I guess, in like the pickup truck or the back of the car. And a kidnapper comes up and says, "Hola," and mom hits the ground and baby's gone.
Says "Hola" first.
So she's telling
Yola. Okay. Sorry. It's not funny. A baby
No.
missing.
No. That's exactly everybody else's response. People are like, I already
Hola.
I already don't believe this story is what the internet is saying.
He would never say hola. That's crazy.
Correct.
It's racist.
So while she's giving this, exactly, and while she's giving
but
this
also,
statement,
even if he said hello and then punches you up,
what burglar greets you as they're robbing you and stealing your baby?
It's giving is like Home Alone when the robbers are like, "Hey kid," and then try and rob. That's what it's giving. Hello, boom.
Yes.
So that's hilarious.
The mom is giving this story to like a news outlet, and she's sporting like a 5-day-old bruise on her eye, and people are like,
I saw this. I didn't know what it was for.
Yes.
Oh, I saw the bruise.
People are like, this is an old bruise. Like something happened to your baby, and you are coming up with a story to like of why the baby's gone. And here's the craziest part, Alicia.
Wasn't the mom Hispanic in that? Am I racially profiling her?
I think the dad might be. I don't think the mom is. One of them is, I think.
Hola. All right. I'm not your judge.
The dad already has a child cruelty like charge or something. I don't really know the exact terminology, but like something where he's like hurt kids on his record. So people are like, I don't trust that man. With the bruise, it's like something happened like 5 days ago, and you guys are like trying to come up with a story on like why this baby is dead. And in every
baby's dead?
Well, we don't know. They're still saying that the story is that the baby was kidnapped, but people are like, there's no way.
But we don't know where the baby is?
We don't know where the baby is. The baby is gone.
Okay.
They're saying that somebody came up, said hola, and kidnapped the baby.
Oh, I'm putting pieces together. Okay.
Yes. And
I don't want to assume, but I'm putting my pieces together. I'm putting my top hat on.
Yeah, there's a story being told. Here's what the internet thinks. And they're only talking about the baby in past tense. And people are like, every time a child's been kidnapped, you like speak as if most people speak as if the child's still alive. So like, why are you talking about the child as if it's dead?
Hot take. If you are going to fake a murder, look at past murders and what other people have done wrong.
There's so much footage out there.
That is the number one thing that people always catch parents or siblings or whoever the fuck on, is they refer to the missing party in past tense. And that's what makes us suspicious. I'm trying to think of the really famous case it happened on, but it might have happened in John Benet Ramsey. Like, it fucking happens all the time.
The interview with the parents, people are comparing to that guy out in Colorado who,
the Colorado guy.
Yes.
Chris from Colorado.
I can't remember what his last name is,
he
but
killed his wife and his 2 kids. Yes, and his wife was pregnant. He did refer to, like, they were they were the best. Instead of, like, they are the best.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, that guy. That's what made us all think him. Like, if you're gonna fake a murder, at least fucking do it right.
Do a little research, but don't Google things. Don't Google things.
Don't Google them.
It's so weird, Alicia.
Listen to the murder podcast. And everyone likes those.
They have this little piece of paper they hold up and it says like child gone, or like there's, instead of like saying like missing child, like it's a missing child poster, but the title is super weird that everybody's like, you did something to your baby. We think the dad did something and the mom's covering it up, but that's still gross.
Yeah.
And they took the dad's car and are searching it for stuff. Nothing else has come out about that, but that's the most recent update is that they seized the dad's car.
Yeah, so allegedly the internet is thinking they did something. Yeah, all right.
Dad hurt the baby because everybody, and the baby looked sickly in like the most recent photos of it. So people are worried that it had like, I think it's a boy, that the baby had like shaken baby syndrome and the dad like shook the child and then it succumbed from its injuries. Yeah. And so then like he just got rid of the body and like came up with this kidnapping story.
Yeah. What the fuck? At least, like I said, at least know how to set this up.
Yeah. Try a little.
I don't know.
Try a little when you kill your kid.
Specifically the mom, if it was let's hypothetically, if it was the dad, right, that killed the baby and he's like, we got to cover this up, right? I'm sure he's dangerous and she's threatening him, but let's just say it happened and she's fine. She has a choice in the matter. She should be like, I'm not going to agree to help you unless we get our story straight, or else I'm not going to get in trouble for this.
I know.
Because now she's in on it.
I'm like, let's find that baby. So we'll see.
Find the baby. He's missing. I actually asked someone recently who they think killed JonBenet Ramsey. It was a Gen Zer. And she goes, who's that? And I went, we've missed the plot. I went, how do you not? How do you not know? And now I've decided someone, because I'm so interested, someone get me to interview each and every WNBA player. And my only question is, who do you think killed JonBenet Ramsey?
I love it.
And if they answer, I will like them. And if they don't know who JonBenet Ramsey is, I decide I don't like them anymore. That's how I decide. Because I was watching,
you might also need the photo, because I once asked somebody that question. They were like, who's that? And then I showed them the photo and they're like, I know exactly who that is.
Oh, okay. Who do you think killed? Because I see a lot of interviews and I'm always like, you're not asking the right questions.
I agree.
Who do you think killed her? Yeah. Anyway. Weird. Okay, I have a lot of WNBA news, so do you want to go again? Give me something else.
All I want to say is, if you haven't done your research about Nicolandria and their ad campaigns, I'm going to need you to watch those ahead of our reunion recap next week, because my old direct report actually sent me a voice memo and said, your co-host needs to resign if she doesn't start looking in, like if she does not start looking at them and understanding why we love them.
I'm eating my words, okay? I get it. Here's the thing.
You get them now?
It still is weird because part of me is still like, it's that couple that date that knew each other in high school, but they don't date till after college.
Okay, I understand that.
It's still weird. I think it's
how
still
they got into
weird.
a relationship is
how
weird.
We got here was so weird, and I just need time to process. But I do think that they're actually a couple.
Okay.
And I get it. And she is so hot. She is so hot.
Their Nick's ad and whatever beverage thing it is, I don't know the company.
Yeah,
but
put this on TikTok where I was getting flamed up. I get it. I get Nicolandria now, okay? Y'all don't give me enough time to get them. Like, let me process, okay? I didn't get that much time in the villa with them.
I defended you that you aren't seeing anything until I pointed out and told you about things.
I didn't see anything. I don't keep up with these people.
Yeah, your opinion was literally from the end of the show. Nothing that's happened outside.
I didn't know anything. And then, yes, I saw them on Watch What Happens Live and went, they're kind of a hot couple. And then, yes, I saw the ads you told me to do. And then, yes, I saw an interview on TikTok where they pointed at each other with like, who said I love you for? And yes, they both looked very hot. Okay. So I get it. Put this online right now. I get it. It is still weird how we got here. Okay. But I agree they are a hot couple. And just give me until the reunion. Let me sit on this. Okay. Let me see them interact.
Well, I just fear that
fucking setting.
I also fear that the reunion wouldn't give the relationship, because that's still like in a very formal setting. So I needed you to do some research. That's true.
You can still pick up, like, even last year, right? We saw, like, Leah was not yelling, but like speaking to Andrea, and we saw Miguel fully support her, which I was like, love that. We saw Cordell and Serena interact, loved them. Kenny didn't take Janae's joke appropriately. We all should have known at that moment. But like, you can see, I just want to see them comfortably sitting next to each other, how they interact, little looks at each other. That's what I want. Because take it back to like Vanderpump Rules, right? I remember not having any feelings about Sandoval or Ariana until a reunion when he like defended her and then like comforted her in the background. And I was like, that's cute. I always look on the sides. Just give me a fucking second, everyone.
Okay. That's fine.
I still don't think they should have come in second place, though. That is still, I understand strong on that.
I understand.
It was a bad season.
I just need you to understand that I defensive voted for them.
I
couldn't have Huda. I couldn't have Huda.
No, absolutely, literally.
So I think that's why they got there, to make sure Huda didn't get there.
It was all bad. The whole season was bad. Okay, I hated everyone. That's why I don't keep up with these losers. Okay, Jesus.
Okay, let's go into WNBA.
Great. Okay, I want to start out by saying, I never root for anyone to get hurt. Specifically, if your job
is this going?
Specifically, if your job is your body needs to be good in order for you to do your job, right?
Yeah.
I never want anyone to get hurt. However, if I hate you and you get hurt, I'm not going to cry about it. Mega Barbie's hurt and she's out for the season, baby. And
there is a God!
I don't root for it, but when it happens, I go,
I will celebrate it.
Well.
Fireworks.
Oh, well. So that happened. She, of course, her mom and her sister were all like, the player that injured her is such a dirty player. The refs aren't doing their job. This girl literally tripped and fell on her leg. Like, we all went down.
Oh my God.
It was unfortunate how it happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, a lot of my news has to do with Mega Barbie, actually. She's making a lot of waves, and I need to talk about her. So, I told you last week that on her stupid podcast with Wes, right, she was like, Paige Bunkers gets all the good calls, or we want to beat her in the game, blah, 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 right? She was bitching. Someone went up to Paige and was like, did you hear an interview was literally like, so Sophie Cunningham had a lot to say about what happened.
You and refs, yeah.
Do you have anything to respond to? And Paige was like, look, everyone's entitled to their own unique opinions. I don't think that's what happened, but if that's how she feels, then she's welcome to express that. Paige was like, I don't give a shit about this person. So then everyone starts being like, does the whole league kind of hate Mega Barbie? So then the Indiana Fever, before Mega Barbie got hurt, the Indiana Fever were playing against the Washington Mystics, and there's a rookie on there, Sonia Citron, and she's amazing. She's so good, and she never shows emotion. This girl could hit a game-winning three, and she barely smirks. Like, she is so stone cold. Mega Barbie got this crazy foul on her, because Mega Barbie's psycho, and she like started arguing with the ref, and Sonia started smiling, and all her teammates started laughing, and everyone was like, even Sonia fucking hates Mega Barbie.
Good.
The league hates her.
She should.
And then Mega Barbie got on her stupid podcast with West again and was like, I got fined. I got fined by the W. And West was like, for what you said on this podcast? And Mega Barbie was like, yeah, for what I said about Paige. Like, the W's protecting Paige. And everyone was like, no, the W's protecting the refs that you said were not calling the game fair. Jimmy doesn't care what you say about Paige.
Isn't that in most leagues? You can't disparage the refs.
Yes, you get a fine if you
so then
either A, get a technical for yelling at the refs, or B, talk badly about the refs. Because a lot of players have spoken out against the refs in like press conferences and gotten fines.
And they need to be able to like do their job. Like I understand the rule a little bit. Like you should be able to critique the refs a little, but I do understand like they're just doing their job there.
No, literally. So that happened. Anyway, that's my tip.
What I'm hearing is Karma is
kind of a bitch.
Working. Yeah.
I'm kind of a bitch. I don't know.
Well, she's doing her job. She's not sleeping this month.
No, but she has her stupid little podcast. So enjoy doing that with your hurt leg.
Yeah, tons of time for your stupid little podcast now.
Good luck. I guess Barstool is wrong. You had tons of time to do the marketing. They should have picked you up. Yeah, whatever. I don't like her. I will never like her. But hey, man, God works in mysterious ways, especially in Indiana, you know? So.
Oh yeah, God is ripe in
God's in Indiana for sure. Yeah. Okay, do you have anything else?
Just one other thing in that I'm really disappointed in Bravo for not somehow getting the rights to The Real Housewives of London, because that premiered over in the UK, and anybody who has Hayu, which is where Bravo shows go outside of the US, gets access to it. But like, we can't watch The Real Housewives of London in the US.
Does Bravo not own that?
They don't. Hayu leased or like licensed the name from Bravo, The Real Housewives name, and created this show themselves. But like, Bravo, buy it from them to stream here.
Why is Bravo not buying it?
I don't know. Like, people are getting VPNs to like go watch it, because right now we're in kind of a TV show drought with like nothing new being on Wednesday, Thursdays, I think it is. Or it's like Tuesday, Wednesdays or something.
No, but genuinely, why wouldn't Bravo just buy it? This is like their franchise.
Yeah, and like, people loved Ladies of London. I think one of the girls from that is on Real Housewives of London.
What are we doing?
This just proves that, what the fuck is Bravo doing?
What are we doing? Speaking of Bravo, did you see that Gia was asked how she would feel if Antonia was on Next Gen NYC?
No.
Yeah, and Gia responded with such a PR answer. She goes, Antonia's not 21. She can't be on Next Gen NYC. We go to like clubs and stuff. So, though true, I'm going to put out there.
She could still be on it. You don't film in clubs, so like, that's not a problem.
Also, girl, you're literally in Jersey. You're barely there yourself. Personally, I say I would love to see Antonia with or without Gia on that show. I'll do either, because Gia talks a big fucking game about how she misses her cousins. Let's see. It's also very well known that I'm not Team Teresa. I'm barely Team Melissa either. Like, both of this storyline is so done and over with. I will say what I like better about Melissa, she does not involve the kids in this drama.
Yes, I think she does well with that. She involves Gia when Gia involves herself.
That, because Gia does. And even when Gia, which I do think it was hilarious when Gia talked back to her uncle, which was awesome. But then Melissa was like, he's not mad at you, Gia. He's just like, she tried to like reason with Gia basically, and like tried to stay out of it also, but like bring the peace. I think Melissa does a great job of like trying not to involve the kids. I think she does a great job of going up to Teresa's kids when she sees them, saying hi. I think Teresa's kids are kind of rude by not saying hello back. But there's all this big talk of Gia, like, I never get to see my cousins anymore. I miss them so much. Okay. You and Antonia are adults at this point. Why aren't y'all hanging out if you miss them so much?
All of the kids are at this age where they have cell phones. Like, you can maintain your own friendship with these people.
You don't have to talk about your moms. The thing is, like, Joe and Melissa's kids, I think they are so uninvolved in the drama that they could have like a relationship with their cousins. But Teresa's kids are so involved in this shit.
Yes.
And like hate their aunt so much that like they can't even like the cousins anymore.
I agree. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so Gia talking this big game about how she misses her cousins. Let's see it. Let's do it, you know?
She could never.
Also, Gia didn't give me anything this season. I don't need her again.
You stay on Housewives of Jersey or like whatever new show people are saying that Teresa's gonna get. Like, stay over there.
Stay over there. Okay, sorry, I have one more thing. And this could go in listening, but it's not going to. It's going to go here.
Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio.
Okay, you know how I told you Azzi Fudd has that podcast? And she was bringing on those stud buds, those menaces from All-Star Weekend. They did it, and I listened, and it was okay. It was fine.
What does that mean?
I think like the questions that are asked are just like, they're very lighthearted.
Okay.
I think that's not the content I'm looking for. Like, I listen to this other podcast where we walk through, like, they interview a player and we walk through their career with them and like how they got to where they are. Azzi's podcast is like, would the stud buds ever date each other? And I'm like, what journalism is? They said no, by the way, which I think is crazy because I think they kind of got some going, you know?
Yeah, but like also their like connection, if they're doing a podcast together, like we have a connection, but that doesn't mean we need to date.
No, yeah, but they spend a lot of time. I don't know. They have a little like something. They're also best friends. So Azzi was like, have you never thought about dating your best friend? Because she is dating her best friend. Right?
Very good point.
And they're like, no, we're really not into each other.
That makes sense.
This is the best journalism I've ever heard.
Listen, everybody has a right to start a podcast, but like right. I need people to stop thinking everybody can be a journalist because it is difficult. You do need to do prep work for this.
And I think they did. I think if they're going to keep this podcast going, keep it in the basketball realm because it did get funny sometimes when they like talked about certain games or like Azzi's not one to talk trash, but the stud buds do. And the stud buds are like, yeah, if we talk trash against you, like I'd probably be like, you better guard me better or else I'm going to steal your girlfriend because you clearly can't guard anything, like that kind of shit.
That's good.
Which Azzi was like, that's hilarious, you know, funny. They talked about like All-Star Weekend with Azzi like, yeah, you guys were insane. I was like, Jesus.
They did talk about that.
You can tell they're not friends. Like that was the thing. I was like, they have no relationship. Which I think
didn't even know her name a few weeks ago.
Azzi Fudd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which like I think is fine, but like the podcast I listen to right now is Sue Bird's podcast, and she doesn't always have. I mean, she's the most famous basketball player in the world, basically, but she doesn't always have a relationship with the people she interviews, but she does so much research that she will never like...
She knows them.
She knows them, and they have such a respect for her. It's a little weird when the person interviewing you, I think, is like at the collegiate level, and you're like 5 years into the W. And it's like, what are we talking about kind of thing.
That's a good point.
But it was interesting to be like... Because she's like, okay, if you won't date each other, what's your type? And then they were like... What does someone have to do to get your attention in your DMs? And I was like, geez.
Oh my God. This is like unhinged questions that are great. But you're like, whoa, wasn't ready for this.
It was hilarious. But if they were interviewing someone I didn't know, I wouldn't care. Which I think is the important thing to know. Yeah, but I don't think you would have
turned it on.
That probably, honestly. But yeah, I still don't know how I feel about the co-host. She does a lot of the good journalism work. You know, she's the host, so she's kind of keeping it going. I think Azzi's here for like the PR aspect and then
That's a tough dynamic though, because like they should support you. Like I think the other person should be doing a lot of probably the research and the legwork of it, but like Azzi should be leading it.
Yeah, it's different for sure. I don't know.
Especially if your name is in the title. It's not like they were just like hashtag women's basketball podcast, you know, something quirky, like a real name.
But it's like a lot of podcasts like this.
I know, but I don't like them. I don't like them.
I wouldn't recommend this to people who are not big basketball fans. You will be like, what is the chaos happening? Like if you had to listen and you heard like, are the stud buds ever going to date? You'd be like, what is going on? What is happening? Yeah, so I don't know. But I saw the stud buds yesterday because they were, you know, they're in the game. And I have to tell you this because it's so funny. Okay. So, you know how I told you the stud buds were out in everyone at All-Star Weekend?
Yes.
And one of them is my WNBA crush, the French woman, Gabby Williams.
Yes.
And then her French girlfriend, Marine Johannes.
Mm-hmm.
And Marine Johannes plays in New York. And every time after All-Star Weekend, you can just tell Marine Johannes is so fed up because she's always having to guard one of the fucking stud buds. You could tell she's just like, oh, yesterday she pushed one over. Like she was just so sick of it.
Done with it.
And she's so stoic too. She never shows anything. She just like ran into this person. The stud bud went flying back, and Maureen just like shot the ball. You could tell she just like didn't even look. And I'm always, my favorite made up drama now is that Maureen Johannes hates the stud buds.
No, I
for
love
outing
it.
her relationship.
I love it because also
drama.
Knowing the lore that you give makes the game that much funnier, because even if these things are not connected, it's so funny to like layer over the story of why Maureen might be mad.
The internet's funny. The internet is hilarious when they're like, Maureen Johannes hates them, and I'm like, she does. And now I'm just spreading like rumors around, but I love it.
No, I love it. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You love a rumor with no substance. This is a rumor that we can latch things on.
There's some substance. Yeah. Actually, there is a rumor. I was debating if I wanted to repeat it because I don't believe it.
Whisper it to me.
I'm going to say it. I saw, this is how I know I need to get off of Paige TikTok that I'm still on, by the way. It's just relentless. They released a podcast. Did I tell you this? They released a podcast episode together for Meta. Paige and Azzi did. Oh, yeah. It's for the Meta virtual reality thing.
The Quest thing, yeah.
The Quest. Yeah, because they're going to show WNBA games courtside on, which is crazy because if you can't afford to go courtside, you can't afford the Meta Quest, right?
I think people are more likely to go into debt just to buy the Meta Quest and be able to watch many games versus go into debt for one courtside.
I guess, but I thought, who's your target audience? Because Paige and Azzi appeal to high schoolers. So who's buying the MetaQuest? You know, whatever.
Mom and dads will pay for everything these days.
But they did one together. So the internet is ablaze in this relationship again. Because it was called Close Friends because it was through Instagram, you know, and your close friends. So they would sometimes ask questions of like, what do you put on your close friends story? But then they would also sometimes ask like more salacious questions like, what's your ideal day to spend with me? And it's like, that's not a question you would just ask your friends. There's this one question, though. I'm interested if you have done this because I didn't even think of this at all. And then they said it, and I was like, is this what the kids do? So Paige asked Azzi, have you ever posted a story to your close friends, but it's only been me on it? And Azzi was like, yes, I've done that. And Paige was like, what'd you post?
I've heard of people doing this with guys they like, but I've never seen it or known someone. I've just seen it in like comments on Instagram or like TikTok. I don't know anybody who's done this, and I've never done this.
I never even thought about doing that. Me
neither.
Because then Paige was like, what did you post? And Azzi's like, I don't know, probably something to get your attention. And I was like, this is like an away message where you would just write something cryptic and someone would... But that was public. This is, you're just having this person.
I've posted things on stories and close friends stories to get someone's attention. I just include a wider audience.
Everyone. Yeah. That was crazy.
We kind of have a more subtlety with it. Whereas I think people post something kind of directly and just to that one person about what they're doing, but they don't want other people to know. But I'm like, who cares?
But if Azzi's posting something salaciously for Paige on her close friends, the point is you want Paige to respond, right? So like it would have to be something where Paige thinks other people are seeing this.
Yes. It has to be niche enough where it gets that one person to respond to you, but normal enough, I guess, that they think other people are seeing it.
Yeah, we are very much more niche because I would never think to edit my close friends. Have only that one person.
The work that it would take.
I'll just subtweet them like I used to back in the day.
That is, I have posted things to get somebody knows what I'm doing, and I want their attention. And then I'll look who looked at it. But
that was crazy. But then, of course, Azzi was like, "Have you ever done that for me?" And Paige was like, "No, I don't need posts to get your attention." And everyone was salivating.
What a line.
And then the other crazy line was they were talking. See, it gets crazy. But first of all, I do want to say Paige would drive me nuts. She gives such little sister energy, which is crazy because she is not a little sister, but she is so, I would literally be fighting with her because it was like, the question was like, who has a prettier shot? And Azzi clearly has a prettier shot to look at. Mm-hmm. Right. But Paige was like, I wouldn't necessarily say you have a prettier shot because I'm usually like going off one leg. And Azzi's like, that's why mine's prettier and yours isn't. And Paige was like, no, yours is just like correct. But mine's also pretty.
That's the point.
And
Paige is
like,
scrappier.
Yes. Azzi's like, yours is pretty, but mine is prettier. I would have punched Paige out on that. I would have been like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so they were doing this thing where they're like, who's the better singer? And Paige is like, it's me. And Azzi's like, neither of us can sing. Again, I was like, this girl's so terrible. But Paige was like, I think if we had to cut an album, you would be the singer and I'd be the rapper. And then like whatever. And then Paige was like, what would you sing about? And Azzi's like, I would sing like probably R&B, love songs, you know, getting my feels. And then Paige was like, who's got you in your feels? And Azzi said, don't worry about it. And then Paige said, you know, are you heartbroken right now or are you happy? And Azzi's like, nah, I break hearts. And everyone was like, yo, the fuck?
Oh my
Y'all
God.
are just friends out here. Y'all are on close friends out here being salacious for us. But yeah, that happened. And then they were also asked, what would you bring to a deserted island? And they each said they would bring each other. Cute. It's so cute. They're so anyway, back to the rumor that I have to tell you about.
Yeah.
So Paisy Talk is ablaze, and I'm on it still.
Shocker.
Get off of it. But because I'm still on W, and everyone tags the WNBA, so now I'm here. Anyway, this morning I'm scrolling, and there's what looks like probably high schooler that's posted a picture of herself with a bunch of wording about Paige and Azzi. It's like, this is, and it has a bunch of likes, right? This is why Paige and Azzi didn't go public for so long, because y'all just ruined their relationship with cheating rumors. And I was like, cheating rumors?
What?
So I went, where's the fire? You know, I gotta know.
Yeah.
I have to know.
Point me in the direction of what you watched to then put this.
If there's smoke, there's fire. Meredith, there's not even a twig to make smoke from.
Wait, but hold on. Until you see the original video of the commentary, you can't say that there's smoke and fire, because this is just screaming fire with no fire inside.
That's what this is. Someone screaming fire and holding up a stick. And you're just like, okay, that's what happened. I couldn't find any kind of even remotely soft evidence, let alone hard evidence that this is happening. Apparently, there's just this one account going around saying that Paige is cheating on Azzi. Paige is cheating on Azzi with another WNBA player who looks very similar to Azzi, by the way, because she was in Paige's apartment when they played Dallas. But here's the thing. They're all friends. Like, everyone's friends. What? They're all friends. And this girl posted a video of herself in Paige's apartment. So, like, you would think if they were cheating, she, I don't know, wouldn't do that kind of thing. And so that was one thing. And then apparently keep in mind, this girl is like the same age as Paige. They grew up playing this game together, right? So the other smoking gun that this one creator has found is that Paige added a song. I don't even know where this could be, honestly. There's no video or anything. But supposedly, Paige added a song to this other basketball player's playlist, and it was a love song. Arrest her.
Added a song to somebody else's playlist. Like, didn't make somebody a playlist. Added a song to a playlist. If you and your boyfriend were dating, and then I was like, hey Meredith, give me your phone, I'm gonna add a song on your playlist, and it happened to be a love song. That's not enough for me.
Got her. So that was hilarious. But let me tell you, these Paisy fans, Jesus, they are worse than the Swifties and the Beehive. This creator has already gotten suspended and blocked, and holy shit. I will say though,
because people are reporting the account over this false information.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know how our president's spreading false information, but if you talk on Paisy, that's what Donald Trump should do. Talk badly about Paisy. Someone will get him, you know?
Yep.
Because that won't last. But yeah, but I do feel bad because apparently these people or person is spamming Azzi's brother to the point that he had to turn his comments off.
The creator making crazy shit.
Yeah, and spamming other teammates shit.
People have got to
get a life.
So fucking for real on the internet.
Get a life.
Oh my God.
Absolute life. So anyway, that's the rumor.
Wow.
I don't believe it for a second.
No smoke.
There's no smoke. There's a stick, and everyone's screaming
it's
fire.
An inch.
one person is screaming fire. There's a twig.
Yes.
We're all, yep. So, but like I said, don't fuck with the fans, dude. They'll
Never.
destroy you.
Positive things only on this podcast.
So yeah, that. Anyway, that's the news.
That's the news I have.
Awesome. Should we go to reading, watching, and listening? Meredith, are you reading?
No.
You're not reading The Good Girls Guide to
I
Murder?
have a flight coming up in a week, and I just got it back from the library on my, whatever that online book app thing is.
Libby?
Yes. Why can't I think of that name? I just got it back, so I'm going to have it for 14 days, and I will read it on my plane next week.
Okay.
I will text you individually because we are going to talk Love Island next week, and then we're in One Season Wonder. So I will tell you about it, and when we come back to also episode,
you can tell me if it was good. Tell everyone if it was good or not once you're done.
I'm going to read, hopefully, maybe all three I'll read, you know? Mm-hmm. And maybe I'll be able to talk about the whole thing, and I'll be able to watch the TV show by the time also comes back.
You should.
So
I'm just saying.
Get ready.
I have been not reading as much as I'd like to because I'm inhaling content. However, I discovered this app. Have you heard of Focus Time? Focus Friend?
Oh, yeah.
You've heard of Focus Friend?
I've heard of other apps similar.
Okay. This one's cute. You get a little bean and you name your bean, right? I named mine Pinto because that's cute. So Pinto really likes to knit, but he can't knit when I'm on my phone. So I need to get off my phone in order for Pinto to knit. And if Pinto knits enough, we can then buy decorations for his room so Pinto's not sad to be in his room all day. And
You're babysitting a fake bean.
I did it for 45 minutes today, and I was going to check my phone, and I was like, no.
Pinto needs
to knit. So I think I'm going to do it, especially at night, so then I can focus.
Love that. So do you have to put the app up?
No. It's just, you go into your app, right? I go in my little app, and then I can press focus. I'm showing Meredith for our Patreoners. I can press focus, and then I can press how many minutes I want. And then an alarm, though, doesn't go off. It does time it. So then it'll pop up on my home screen. It'll show like how much time I still have on focus time. But it won't go off if like I go over. So
that's great.
Like, it won't break my concentration. So I'm hoping to do that so I read more because I'm still on this same fantasy. It's good is the problem. I'm just like not putting time into it except before bed. And then I fall asleep reading it. But I'm nervous about this enemies to lovers thing because they're still not lovers. She always makes it very well known when he squeezes her hand. I think he loves her and she's blind to it.
Okay.
But now I'm getting nervous because they're going to fight together and his dad is in charge of the army. And I'm worried his dad's going to do something bad to the girl and then they're not going to be lovers anymore. They're not even lovers now. But he really cares about her. Every time she's like injured or she's alone, he's always like, do you want to hang out? It's cute. They're like at war and he's like, do you want to go sit on the top deck with me?
It's the little cute acts of service and the little love touches while in war. Yeah.
They spar together. They're getting their strength back. And he's like, don't worry, you're one of the best fighters I know. You're so smart. And she's like, thanks. She has no idea.
God.
This girl is clueless. It is very good. It is very fantasy. You have to really be... I've been building this world. I'm really trying to build it. Still. Yeah. Damn. It's good. The Poppy Wars, it's called the Dragon Republic. That's the one I'm on. Dragon Republic. It's lovely. It's a very good book. Very fantasy. But I'm going to focus. I'm going to have my little bean tonight. After this, let me tell you all what I'm going to do. I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to set my little bean. And then I'm going to read.
Okay.
With no TikTok.
She's got a night ahead of herself.
I'm going to bean. Anyway. What are you watching?
I have been watching Love Island UK, and Alicia, I
so good.
Binged the end of it so I could talk about it on this episode.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to walk through the two main love triangles. The couple I hate.
Two?
Oh, yes. Then the couple I hate the most in this world. And then I'm going to tell you how we now have a new edition of PPG, and PPG is on top. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so first up, we've got Harry, Shakira, and Helena. And Harry...
Wait, are one of those the American? Because I know there's an American who's very beloved.
We will get there.
Okay, all British.
Harry looks like a Who from Whoville. Like, that is...
Obsessed.
Like, his face, I'm like, every time I look at him, and his wardrobe is horrific. I don't understand how this man gets a girl, let alone has a love triangle the entire season, Alicia.
What was the season? Season
Love
11?
Island UK season 12.
12 Harry. I'm just going to put a face to the name.
Yes. So
okay, go on.
The beginning of the series.
Oh my God, he is a Who. Sorry. Whoa.
Yes.
He's whoa. Sorry.
Yes.
Who are the girls?
We've got Shakira
and Helena.
Beautiful. Like, honestly, my people's princess. I love her so much.
Okay.
And then
she's Gorgina.
Gorgeous.
Fuck, she's into the ugly guy. Okay, and
I know. And then we got Helena.
Okay, keep going. Now I get
Okay,
Helena.
So
very different types on paper.
Absolutely.
One's a blonde, one's a brunette. For those of you who don't want to Google.
So Harry and Shakira are paired up kind of early, like within the first 5 days. They kind of pair up, and Harry is like very into Shakira, but then sneaks off because there's on UK, the hideaway can be utilized by people not in a couple together.
Ooh, I saw that this was a twist.
Yes. And so you can spend the night there, not in a couple, but also during the day you can go and just like, talk privately. And so Harry comes up with this plan with Helena that she's going to tap his foot and they're going to sneak off to the hideaway at night when the lights have gone off. But, like, people can still hear you walking around. They did this before people fell asleep. So Harry dips out of Shakira's bed, goes to the hideaway with Helena. And it's like, that's a fucking shitty thing to do on both of those people's side.
Yep.
And so Shakira's like, what the fuck? Harry flips to Helena. They're having a relationship, and Harry misses Shakira. And is like, starts like chatting up Shakira again. And Helena's annoyed, obviously, being like, why are you going after the girl you just left?
Yeah.
For me. So Harry flips back to Shakira, and things become pretty serious with them for a week. And every time Harry talks to Helena, he's flirting with her. They're talking about how good it would be to like fuck each other. Like they're whispering things in each other's ears during competitions. Did they fuck in the hideaway? They didn't.
Okay.
And so it's all behind Shakira's back. So Shakira does not know, like she thinks their relationship is going great. And it's all very much on the down low. And it's so upsetting because up until this point, Harry will always say things to like one of the girls. And then whenever he goes and tells the story to the other girl, he'll change it slightly so it doesn't paint him in a bad light. So an example is that, and this didn't happen, but this is just an example. He would say like, when it came to the like fuck, like let's fuck each other comment, they both said it to each other. Harry and Helena like both said it to each other during a competition. He would say, oh, Helena like said she wants to fuck me. Like I didn't do anything wrong. He'll always put it on the other person. So Shakira and Harry are going great in her mind. Harry flips back to Helena and says like, oh, like Helena and I just have like a really good, fun relationship. That's who I'm supposed to be with. Shakira's devastated. She's so upset and she's trying to move on. So like 3 days later after Helena and Harry get together, it's Casa Amor. And, things are lighthearted between Harry and Helena, but they've always said there's this undeniable connection. But they're like, Helena is one of those like, oh, I'm a cool girl. Like, I'm fine. It's fine.
I hate a cool girl. Okay.
Yes. So they go into Casa. They're not that strong. So like, I get Helena's like, I don't know what will happen. We'll just like figure it out at the end of the day. Yeah. I get that vibe. Harry's ex comes in to Casa Amor and the girls know that. Yes. And the ex comes in and is like clocking Harry like no other, being like, you are a piece of shit. Everybody is seeing what you're doing. Like, everybody knows it. Everybody's talking about it. You are moving mad.
My God, this is why I love Love Island with the bombshells coming in, because they watch. Can you imagine your ex walking in and being like, the whole country hates you? Yes. Holy, way to break. That's the worst thing you could say to your ex.
I agree. And for it to be true is even crazier. Like, she knows she's like...
Oof, yeah. Ooh, okay.
So Harry's like, God, she's so mean to me. And it's like, well, you're a terrible human. We go back from Casa Amor, and like nothing happens between Harry and Emma as the ex, but they like do have chats because they do know each other for very well. They dated for 4 years. They own a home together still. Like, it hasn't sold.
Whoa.
Yes. And they broke up because he cheated on her. So she knows who he is and how he goes about this stuff. Mm-hmm. So Emma does come back to the villa because she paired up with someone else. And so Harry and Emma will go for chats every once in a while. And they will have some like just normal funny banter from knowing each other for so long. But Harry's doing his thing again where he's like subtly flirting, but then will change the conversation when he goes back to Helena and tells her. And so one of them is that Emma was like, hey, he said he's like still in love with me and he still has love for me. And I think that's crazy if you are paired up with someone who is saying
the ex said that?
Ex said that to Helena.
Okay.
And Helena was like, he would never say that to you. Like, him saying like, oh, he still has love for you doesn't mean he's in love with you. Cut to movie night, or not movie. They did a movie night and a Grafty Award. So we got 2 different challenges where like Harry was called out on his bullshit, which was great, but he always explains it away. Somehow he's so suave at getting out of these like situations he's put himself in. So Emma leaves just from like naturally getting voted out. And Harry finds Shakira. And Shakira is like slowly throughout the entire series, her like the life is slowly being sucked out of her because of the Harry situation and just like so many just exhausting situations. She's just down, and she's down because of something else that happened in another couple at this point. And so Harry finds her inside, like sitting on some stairs, and they're chatting. And honestly, to start, it was like a normal conversation because they were just talking about like their favorite things from Aldi.
Okay.
But Harry's like, oh wow, like it was downhill from me. You're never like, they were kind of like joking about how it's like, oh, her experience has gone downhill, but he's being serious. Like, he's like, you're never going to find something like me. And she's like, I'm having a really hard time. Like, it's just difficult. Like, I've never been able to get over us because like you just abandoned me basically. And like, that still hurts. I still have feelings there. Harry walks away from that conversation, is like, oh my God, she still is like in love with me. I think I'm going to go back to her. And so he's like sitting like kind of spiraling. And for the first time,
this woman, he hates her.
He hates all women. For the first time, he does take a beat to go sit alone and like process things. Like, proud of him for that, because that's the most he's ever done. He will just randomly run off with each girl. And so he's like spiraling, tells one of the guys, and like Helena, who's still his partner, notices, asks what's going on. And Harry, for the first time, actually was honest with someone and said, Shakira told me she still has feelings like for me, and she like that's why she's not doing well, and like that's changing things for me.
That's hot. I love that she's in distress over me.
Correct. I did leave out a detail. Harry and Helena at this point are exclusive, and Harry is like, I need to process this, and Helena's like, why do you need to process this? We're exclusive. We're together. It's been like 2 days, too, since they became exclusive. Harry's spiraling and decides he wants Shakira. Him and Helena were just friends. There really wasn't much to it. Like, there's nothing going on between them. And it's like, what? You have been paired up with her for like 2 weeks.
Shakira, don't take him back. Don't take him back.
Right? And like, Shakira, you've been unwell over this man for 2 weeks. Like, do not touch him. He is such a liar.
Don't take him back. What happened?
So the Grafty Awards happen, which is another one which like shows just like clips, and Harry gets caught again lying, and Helena's like, see, this is why I don't want you. Like, we're done here. And the next day, Shakira and Harry talk, and there's a recoupling.
No.
And Shakira and Harry are back.
How do you like Shakira? I'd be so frustrated.
I will tell you why I like her. I like her. I don't like him. I don't like their pairing. I love her because most of this time she's not paired up with Harry. So like that's why I love her.
Plus we know it's never going to work out in the end. So like it'll be fine.
She is way more realistic about it the third time around. Like will not become exclusive with him. Like they're not doing shit. Like they just pair up and like kiss a little bit. Like they're not as serious as they were the second time. But Alicia, they come in second place because Shakira's beloved.
Okay, I'm glad they didn't fucking win, though.
No.
Shakira.
No. Okay, are you ready for the second love triangle?
Yes.
Okay, we've got Tony.
When did... Because they just did the finale, right?
They finished like a month ago, I think.
Okay, so is she still with him?
I couldn't tell. I looked them up on Instagram, and Shakira's just had like finale stuff, like a thank you, like a
and then it looks like nothing. Well,
and then it's like a magazine with her two besties, the PPG girlies.
On August 10th, she posted a pic with him. When was that? 10 days ago? Yeah, they're still together. Yeah,
we'll see.
There's no way they're not. I'm sad that Love Island UK doesn't really do reunions.
I know.
I mean, sometimes we've gotten like a special here and there, but
I know. They've done it sometimes, but it's not consistently done.
So how long were they together in the end? And not that long, right?
Maybe a week, maybe 5 days. Like, they were paired up when they did the family visit. So, like, within the last 5 days.
Oh my God, was his family like, bro?
His mom was like, you're just following your heart. And
I hate when parents do that.
I know. His friend was there too and was like, listen, like, I'm proud of you for trying to like work this out, but like communication is what you need. Like, he was checking him while like supporting him on such a public platform. Like, I liked how the friend did it. Her mom would not hug him. Her mom was like, no.
Love that too. Because I hate, what this reminds me of is like series 8 with Ekin-Su and Davide.
Yeah.
Because they were both messy. And then both their parents came in. They're like, you guys are such a great match. My mom would be like, yeah, so if you want to date him, you're an adult. But I don't know.
I know. Nobody else had it as messy and as erratic as that. Like, everybody else had the appropriate messiness for trying to manage multiple relationships.
In a house like
multiple,
this. Of course.
Yeah.
This
like,
is a messy.
Harry is insane of a person of how he would come back and tell stories. And then he always says this thing of like, well, I take accountability for it. It's like, yeah, when somebody finally calls you on your bullshit or there's a clip of what you actually said, he'll be like, yeah, I did say that.
Okay.
That's it, though.
Okay. So I just looked these women up. Okay, great. So this is the PPG, though? Amazing.
PPG is what you're looking at, which is Yaz, Shakira, and Tony. And they are so good.
Tony the American?
Tony is the American. I don't love her as much as other people do. She does kind of drive me nuts. But I love the story of Shakira and Tony. And then Yaz comes in kind of a little bit later. But the first week, Tony comes in. The second date, Tony comes in and has to steal a boy from someone. She ends up stealing Shakira's boy. And Shakira has 24 hours to find a guy or she's out. So then somebody steps up for Shakira. She stays in.
Yeah.
And they are ostracized because Tony stole a boy immediately. And Shakira has to talk to every boy. And so the girls hate her. Yeah. So they literally sit alone at the fire pit constantly. All throughout the series, always just them yapping at the fire pit, like, consistently. It's so funny. And they are so honest about their feelings about everybody else in the villa, and they are so funny. So when movie night comes, like, people hear what they've been saying, and people are like, how dare you? I thought we were friends. And they're like, we all bitch about each other behind each other's back. Like, we're on a TV show where we have to constantly talk about each other. Of course we do it. You just won't own up to it.
You put one American in there, and she's like, are we bitching about people or what?
Yeah.
Because usually they are very nice on the UK thing. Even when they argue, it's very like,
proper.
I love her, but she's just angering me. No, the Americans are like, she's a fucking bitch.
No, at movie night, there was an entire clip series of Tony's one-liners. They were so funny.
I think I would get clips of the American because I was like, because I don't like British people on the American version of Love Island.
Agreed.
But I get it's where you live. So, like, if you live in the UK and you're American.
She did not. She lived in Las Vegas. Like, it was clearly just to, like, switch things up a little bit.
But I did see, I was like, God, is she going to ruin this season? And then I saw everyone really loved her. And I was like, for once, America did okay. Because you never know. We ruin everything in America.
Alicia, she wins. She wins the show.
As I saw on her Instagram.
It was incredible.
That's insane. First American to win Love Island UK.
Yes. So they are besties through and through. And then this other girl, Yas, comes in and is immediately ostracized because she was pursuing one from the couple I dislike the most is Meg and Dejan, or they call him D often. They were that couple that starts off from the beginning and will not break off from each other. She won't break off from him. And he goes on so many dates, flirts with all these people, is like not sensitive to Meg's feelings. And Yaz is one of the girls that goes on a date with him. And so she's into it. And then he like gaslights her into like that things aren't happening. It was crazy. Like Dee would go and do and say things and then get mad at Meg if she got mad at him.
So they were together from the beginning, and they're one of those couples that just, you're like, there's so much history, we can't break up.
Ish, like, and part of this could be the show and the edit. They showed nothing about their relationship being interesting. They always showed, obviously, when they fought, but there was never, like, them getting to know each other, them having good banter, like, them laughing together. It was just always, like, weird and awkward, so people don't get why they're together. Meg never explored outside of their couple, and by the end of the series, Dee is saying, like, come talk to me over here. Like, there's cameras right there. Like, I don't want to talk about this on camera. You're making me look bad on camera. Like, everybody is, like, talking about me behind my back to, like, make the public dislike me. And it's like, you're really concerned about the edit here.
What the fuck? Okay.
And so Yaz gets, like, pushed out and, like, comes into their whirlwind of, like, Meg hates when Dee talks to anybody. Dee then finally is like, yeah, she sucks. Like, F her. So Yaz gets ostracized and is with Shakira and Tony. And that's their, like, they are always being yelled at for things. People are always talking and scheming behind their back all series. And so it's just those three constantly being ostracized. And so at the end, the finale, the host was like, you guys are like the Powerpuff Girls. And she said that just to Tony and Shakira.
Yeah.
And the host was like, you're missing your third. And they're like, no, we're not. Like, we got Yaz. And I was like, oh my God, my UK PPG.
Wait, that's even crazier because, like, if they're being ostracized, like, because I like when all the girls are, like, a power clique, you know?
They would be able to converse with each other, but the Harry, Shakira, Helena divide is what I think really divided the friend group or the girl group, because, like, Meg and Helena wanted Helena to be with Harry, and they would, like, Dee and Meg would do everything they could to get Harry to be with Helena. And if something happened with Helena that was, like, pretty inappropriate, they would just lock that shit down and not have Shakira find out. So, like, Shakira looked so dumb all season because, like, Harry would be doing all of this stuff. They would know about it and would say nothing.
Do people really hate Dijon and Meg together?
Oh yeah. To the point where, like,
I only
by the
know
end,
this because of Instagram right now. Did you see his Instagram?
No.
Okay, he basically wrote this whole thing about how, like, thank you to everyone who's showing me love. It keeps me going. Like, I'm so touched from the people that do give me love. It doesn't go unnoticed. You can just tell he's getting a lot of hate somewhere.
Well, you know how the public votes on stuff? They did that one where there's, like, the first, second, third place and biggest game player. And they would be like, we're not up there. And they would be up there. So there was constantly stuff that the public would vote on them for. And then also when they would play their little games, the girls, like UK PPG, would be like, we don't, like, we think you're playing a game, Dijon. Like, Meg, we really think you like him, but we think he's playing a game, the way he acts. Like, he would hug her and, like, not, like, be smiling. He would just be like, it was just the way he carried himself, how he spoke to other people.
Yeah.
So the public is voting that way. The people in the villa are calling it out. And when their parents come in, her mom is like, I don't like this. And they get so defensive if anybody says anything about them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then at the very end, when they had 4 or 5 couples and they were going down to the final 4, all the old Islanders came in and had to pick between the 2 lowest couples, which was Meg and Dee and this other couple who got together post Casa. Like, in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, like, got together. So new. Meg and Dijon went home.
I gotta watch this season. But I love watching in order, and I'm only on season 9.
No, take your time on this because this is the worst season I've ever seen guys on. Like, it was so gross to watch these guys. Dijon being manipulative and gross and, like, playing this game with Meg. And then you have Harry doing his bullshit between those 3. And then there's this other love triangle with Harrison, Tony, the American girl. And honestly, there were 2 others. It was either Helena or this other girl, Lauren, from Casa. And Harrison, like, by the later half of the love triangle, Harrison was with Lauren, has sex with her 2 nights in a row, but is courting Tony to get her back. Yeah. And, like, would not tell her the truth, gets Tony back, And then is like Lauren obviously loses it because she's like, why did I just have sex with you when you were behind my back trying to get Tony back? And then Lauren goes home because of like a random situation.
Okay.
And she's like, please leave with me. Like, you said you would leave with me. And he's like, I don't know anymore. And then he's like, wait a minute, I love her. And a day later and is like, I'm going to go home. And Tony's like, what the fuck? It's insane.
Is that who Tony wins with? You have
No.
Okay.
Tony gets a new person and they're really great together, but...
No, thank God. My goodness.
It is full of love triangles and terrible men.
I hate men.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Me too.
I want them gone.
Like,
why don't we ever do just
finish
a lesbian Love Island?
Love.
Just
that would
women.
Be really messy, but in a great way.
But in the best way.
I like that.
You could even do like studs and femmes or something. So then you could still divide it, but it's just women.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know why I haven't made any progress through series 9 though? Is because I really hate the men.
No, this was unbearable. Me having to finish by this episode helped, but I felt like I was being waterboarded by horrific male behavior.
Terrible. It gets worse. I can't even remember the last time we had a good guy on specifically Love Island UK because it's been happening for so long.
There were some good ones, but they don't overshadow the terribleness.
Yeah, no. But when has there ever been like a guy that we're all like, finally, the UK has done us correct, you know?
Tony's partner that she wins with is a great guy. He like cried on camera whenever Tony picked like her love triangle guy.
So did Kenny though. We never know.
No,
these days.
I know. He was great. Like he was a good partner. But again, they're all like minor characters in this. Because let's be honest, these shows thrive on drama. But it's tough. It's tough out there.
It's hard out there.
I know.
And this is why people are like, why isn't dating a priority? And it's like, because I'd rather do other stuff
are the options
than deal with this. Terrible. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for telling me about it. That gave me want to watch, you know, like,
yeah, it was good. I highly recommend for those people who were about to watch the reunion of US. If you were thinking about UK, it is good, but be prepared for some trauma.
Okay. Can we slightly talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty?
I haven't watched this week, but yes.
I haven't watched this week either. I'm talking about, I watched Conrad's episode finally. God, the show is so cringy, dude.
I need you to stop watching it.
I can't.
After this, you have to stop talking to me about it because you're ruining it for me.
Am I?
A little bit.
What happened?
You gotta stop talking about the weird brother trope because you have to suppress that to enjoy it.
No, that's the weirdest part. The music, though, is banging, I say. My other issue is, who the fuck is this Denise bitch? Can we get her out of here? I'm so sick. People are starting to like Denise. Whatever happened to Taylor? And why is Taylor's mom still here?
I know.
My God.
Like, I understand if you need to intro some things, just the mom early on to give a storyline of why Taylor's staying at home. Like, I get it. But, like, the mom being so heavily involved in Belly's, like, bridal shower. And I'm like, shut the fuck up over there. Go talk to Laurel and let me hear none of it.
You know what else is so weird? Is the dad and the two brothers. That's a weird dynamic. Take Belly out of it, put in that dad. It's just as weird.
Agreed.
The brothers are, it's not even just we're fucking the same brothers.
Belly, like fighting over Belly isn't even a main problem. You guys have so many issues.
These two are not brothers. They don't have any chemistry as brothers. At least in the Vampire Diaries, they had chemistry.
The actors hate each other in real life too. Not hate each other, but they do not get along.
They don't like each other.
Lola Tongue and I forget what his Conrad's character dislike Jeremiah's character.
Yep, because he's MAGA.
And, like, there's just, I think, some other things, too, but you can just tell in all the pressing. It's so awkward.
Yeah, they don't like him, and that's okay, because I don't like him either.
Yeah, but, like, it's hard to sell it if you can't even, like, want to hang out with the person a little bit.
Also, the way that it is, like, the lines are delivered in the show, I'm like, we don't have to make it that, it doesn't have to be that dramatic. It's giving Hallmark. It's giving Hallmark, and it is so weird. I don't know what happened to the show. It used to be fun. Now it's so serious. It's so serious. Thank God for Steven, who's like not serious at all about anything.
Yes,
he's like,
because like the situation can be serious without the actors being like, and they do a That's So Raven look at the camera. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say something that might be controversial?
Sure. Fuck, I hate this show.
I hated Jenny Han's episode that she directed, which is the Conrad episode. I hated it so much. I was looking forward to it so much, and I finished it, and I said, what the fuck was that?
The Conrad episode was 2 episodes ago. I just watched the bridal shower one.
And then when she comes back, and Conrad, like, injured himself. Did you watch that one?
Probably, if I'm caught up and I haven't seen this past week. When did he injure himself? No, wait.
The bathtub, and then everybody's like rooting for them to have kiss.
I think that's when I texted you that I hated the show. That was so weird.
That's the thing, is like these scenes can be good. Like the concept is not bad.
No,
it's that at the end of the Conrad episode, I loved the line, and everybody was so excited for the like, I'd rather shoot a nail gun into my eye than watch them cuddle on the couch. But it's the way it's delivered, it's the way it's written, it's the scene that it's put in is so weird.
Oh my god! First of all, Conrad comes in. He's clearly injured, and Belly's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he runs up the stairs, bleeding out. May I say, the amount of blood on comes up the stairs. I was like, "He's dead."
And also,
what the fuck?
You went to the furthest place possible to heal this. There was a kitchen sink. You could have just, I know you don't want to be near Belly, but there's probably a downstairs bathroom. You guys are rich.
He could have said, I injured myself. He was like, I'm perfectly fine. Blood spewing
as he's like him. Limping and like dragging his leg behind
Belly
him.
Obviously goes upstairs, sees the amount of blood this man has lost, and is clearly worried, which... Same.
I would be too.
She goes there and she's like, oh my god. And he's all of a sudden so lightheaded because of the bloody slot.
She's like, let me see. He's like, I'm fine. Here's the thing
though. She immediately goes into, let me help you. And he goes, no, I'm fine. And she goes into mom mode. She's like, Conrad, stay right there. I'm getting the first aid kit. And I was like, that was the least sexy way to say that.
When we see the injury, I'm like, you need stitches.
No, literally, what's this bitch gonna do? You're a doctor.
You're wrapping it with a little wrap?
You're trying to be a doctor. Go
you
to
know
the
this is too bad.
You're bleeding out, my guy. Have you seen the stare? That was insane. And yeah, she goes into mom mode. She's like, let me clean this for you. It's not even like hot the way she says it. And then she cleans it. And then they lean on each other. And I was like,
he's in so much pain he's going to lean forward, which doesn't help if she's trying to work on it.
Well, I was like, okay, I get that we have to like maybe fall in love, but if he is in so much pain, the amount of time these two spent looking into each other's eyes, I was like,
but here's how you could write it better: is him leaning his head on her chest so she has no room to work on your leg is crazy. He should have like leaned forward and put like his hand on her leg, and it's like you can still have intimate touches and intimate moments without it being.
So
like not making sense of the plate.
Yeah,
like you're trying to make it so intense that it becomes Hallmarky, and like the logic isn't there for how this scene would naturally like work out if this were actually happening. I don't believe in this.
He's 5 minutes away from passing out. There's no way they're falling in love right now. Like he is. That's the other thing though. Is Belly? If I saw that gash.
It's not sexy.
I don't care how close he is. I'm like, are you okay? He leaned I'd have been like, are you fine? Are you good? We're sitting on a bathtub. I should have you on the ground. Yeah,
that's the thing. Is he about to faint left? Like, are we concerned?
Instead, she's like, breath hitches. And I'm like, no.
She's like, fine? Kiss me now. It's like, finish suturing him up.
He's gonna die. Literally. Oh my god! This show is so Hallmarky? You're right. It's so camp.
It's getting
bad. Camp. It's becoming camp. It's becoming crazy.
It's not even fun. Bad. Like this is bad because they're trying. That's what's hard. Is like this isn't Hallmark where it's like known to be bad, so then it's like good because it's like so bad.
That it's also
this is supposed to be like we are getting Taylor Swift songs. Like we have the budget.
Also, I understand that it's like. It's a dramatic idea. Go with me on this. It's a dramatic idea. I'm dating a brother, but I'm in love with the other brother. That's dramatic. Hell yeah. We're going to get married in college. Sure. This is a YA novel, though. I cannot imagine the book was this dramatic.
It had these moments, but it wasn't written so cringy.
These two
yes, it had the weirdness of the stuff we've already talked about in past episodes, but he gets injured like this, and she helps him. But I don't think he puts his head on her shoulder.
He doesn't have
chest.
an attack when she's alcoholing.
That is like, I think he has like a pretty superficial wound. That was like a gash.
It was crazy. The amount of
We're
blood
going
we
too
lost.
big here. Yeah. Let's not have him like faint. Let's have him just be uncomfortable and like need to like lean on something.
The show is doing things to distract me from the cuteness that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even when like she comes back to the house, right? And he's like, oh, you're back. And he's doing his crossword. And I'm like, cute, cute. And then he's like, I made chicken. And I'm like, just say it. No, I know you're nervous, but you can function like a human. But
it's all supposed to be like subtleties. And that's what the book has, because a lot of it's internal dialogue that they're, I understand you need to pull some of it out because it can't all be internal dialogue anymore. But yeah, they're trying to do too much and like turn it up too much to make us get it. But I need simple things. Like at the end of season 2, like Conrad, like that shot of Conrad or like Belly laying in the bed and the boys laying on the other side of her just visually shows us the choice she's under. And that like he's stressed. Like it doesn't all have to be verbalized and overdone.
He could have looked up in that scene specifically and been like, oh, I wasn't expecting you. And she would have been like, yeah, I came back early. And he'd be like, okay. And she could have walked away. He could have been like, oh, I made chicken if you want some. And she would have been like, I'm not hungry. And then he could have longingly looked at her. Instead of that, them staring at each other, sputtering. I was like, what? Speak.
Because
I felt
at
like
this point,
Laura on Love Island going, what? Speak.
At this point, it's like, it's obvious you guys are in love with each other. And it's not supposed to be obvious to you two. It's supposed to like be these subtle feelings where you feel a little uncomfortable.
If I was literally one or the other, like if I'm Conrad, I think Belly might hate me. And if I'm Belly, I think Conrad might hate me. They are we hate each other so much. We don't even want to be around each other, but not in a cute way. Not in like
it's like we're never going to speak to each other after this summer again. We're in a feud.
This is all so weird. Anyway, that's but the music is banging. I am always jamming to a song. Like I'll be like, ooh, good song choice. And I'll just sing the song and not hear the dialogue. If a song's on, I'm going to sing it.
They're doing really well with like the songs and the callbacks to certain songs because they've used songs in like season 1 or 2 and they played in the same moment. And I'm really enjoying the like Easter eggs that Jenny Han is throwing in and like Taylor Swifting this up. But it's hard for me to enjoy those moments.
That it is.
Because of the dialogue and unfortunately the acting, and these people are good actors. So I'm led to believe that it's the direction that they're under.
I think they just are like, dramatic as possible.
They're like
dramatic. Yeah, whatever.
Rev it up a little more. Yeah, I don't know if like the past seasons have had consistent directors, but every episode this season has a different director, and it is feeling a little hodgepodge to me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it goes. We're jumping around. Each episode has a different vibe. Because then we got the shower. Steven, hilarious. I'm now laughing out
loud. Him.
Yeah. I didn't know what was happening. He's also just a very good, that's the only good actor on this whole thing, is the guy that plays Steven. He's all parts, hilarious, a little, you know how you do, I think they hate me but might love me? Steven. Yeah. Steven does a great job. You know what? Even stupid Denise does a good job of it. But she's also kind of a frigid bitch. So, like,
but I don't know. Doing good. Like, that's the direction. That's what she's supposed to be doing. Yeah, Steven, you're right. The Steven stuff is good.
He's going to piss me off, though. I can't believe him and Taylor are not going to, if those two do not end up together. They are going to,
because in the trailer, there's a scene where Taylor is out her, like, bedroom window, or, like, Steven is at the bottom of the bedroom window, like, shouting something to her. So, like, there's going to be more that happens.
There's more, because he just kind of broke up with her, and she was bummed.
Also, there's a theory that it's Taylor getting married, not Belly, because the wedding dress that Belly bought is different than the trailer wedding dress that we see. And so some people think Belly is a bridesmaid coming down the aisle, not the bride. And that people are assuming that Taylor is pregnant because she wasn't drinking at the shower.
Hey, guess what? I'm going to hate that even more. Even more. If you give me a pregnancy trope, there's one thing I hate. It's brothers, and then right below it, it's a pregnancy trope. I'm going to be so fucking mad, dude. Because you know what? You know what I hate? I don't care if you're actually together and then you get pregnant. whatever, live your life. I hate when two people are not together and then they get pregnant. And then they're
that's the way they get back together.
I'm going to scream. You know what else I hate? When people are pregnant under the age of 25. Let these kids grow, Jenny Han. What are we doing? Yeah. Laura Jean and Peter never got let's not get pregnant.
They were in high school, so
and those really were fun movies. I don't know what happened to this book series, but that was fun. That was equal parts cutesy and dramatic and cute and fun and lovely, but like sad and heartbreaking.
You know what's crazy?
What?
The show was aged up. Like, they're supposed to be like sophomores and juniors in college. Belly's supposed to be a sophomore in college.
Absolutely kill me.
Belly cannot drink at her wedding in the book.
I'm team was it to all the boys. This is some bullshit. And you know what? Even for people who are like Jenny Han can't do a show, you know what? XO Kitty is really good.
Great. Yeah.
That is, and you know why? Because it's not this goddamn fucking dramatic.
I think that this book got such a cult following and people got very attached to specific lines. And so they are really trying to weave those lines in there.
Terrible.
Way too hard, though.
Terrible. It's all terrible. So I know Jenny Han can do good. That's the most frustrating part, is that this is so to replay. And the first season was so good. Terrible.
I know.
Terrible. I can't wait to watch.
I don't know what my fix is because I gotta stop watching it week to week, but also I can't.
I can't stop.
No, that's the thing is like you harping on the brothers trope is making this 100 times worse.
Can I tell you about other things? Can I tell you about other things? Yeah. Like when I was like, actually, when I texted you, it definitely wasn't about the brothers.
No, I know, but you didn't give any context, so I just assumed.
Because you took a long time to respond.
Because I couldn't.
It had something to do with like Jeremiah at work, and I was like, this show sucks. What are we doing here? What's Denise doing? Was it that where Jeremiah caught, oh my God, you know what grinded my gears? Jeremiah caught an issue and told his dad, he's like, hey, I caught this issue. And the dad's like, Denise should have done it. Fuck that dad.
But also,
and fuck Laura.
You're telling me you're at the very end and this just needs to be spot checked and no one caught this, but your son.
You're blaming the intern?
No, but your son can't do anything in his life at all. But he catches this major mistake no one else in your company caught.
Nope. And then you blame Denise?
Well, Denise should have been the one vetting it, I agree. Because Jeremiah is worthless.
Denise had to go to her gaming convention. Because now she's going to build an app with Steven. That's weird. Did that happen in the book?
No. Denise, they don't work at Adam's company. Like, this is all added on stuff. Which I get. You got to add fluff in because it's a longer...
We don't need Denise making an app. I'm so sorry.
Here's my thing.
But I like it.
You gotta rev Denise up, though, quicker, because I don't like this slow burn. I need them to bang at the game conference.
We are past halfway, and I still don't... Everything's the same from episode 1. There has been no movement on anything. No one's gotten married. No one's gotten pregnant. No one...
That we know
all we did between episodes 1 and wherever we are now is 2 people did not go on the trips they were supposed to go on. That is the only thing that happened.
Yeah, I mean, we went to Michael's and we had a bridal shower.
And we didn't even get cake. We didn't even buy the cake. Like, we can't do anything. We've
that
done
fucking
nothing.
Cake, Alicia. My favorite thing, the Discord online is funny about Somebody Turned Pretty, because people saying that he wants a cake that's more expensive than Belly's ring is literally murdering me.
Hilarious. Also, though, everyone really hates Jeremiah because of what he said about the cacao bean. I was cracking up during that. That was the funniest Jeremiah has been this whole season. He was like, Belly, it needs to be the dark chocolate for the cacao bean.
He's like, you don't understand what the cacao is, the chocolate
80% dark
because of how the flavors melt with the raspberry
the
mirror glaze.
That was the best acting I've seen this whole season.
Agreed.
That was so funny. And as someone who doesn't really like milk or white chocolate, get that cacao bean, baby. Make it dark. Give me that. Don't do this milk chocolate raspberry bullshit. Give me the dark chocolate with the mirror glaze. I'm in. Also, I'm at this wedding if that's the cake.
If we're having a beach wedding, I get wanting the cake to be good because that does change based on how much money you're willing to spend. Like, I want a high quality cake. let's go pick flowers in a field. Like, nobody gives a shit about that. We're doing this on the sand outside of my house. Like, we need a good cake.
You reminded me what else really pissed me off is that Belly hates the wedding she's about to have. She hates the country club wedding, but she can't say anything about Belly. Use your goddamn voice. I'm gonna literally punch you in the face. She's like, Jeremiah, I don't know if we should do this. And Jeremiah's like, I get Jeremiah, a free wedding? Yeah, why would we not do it?
Yeah.
And Belly's like, okay. No, you had ample amounts to change. The other thing is, can we talk about how throughout the first 2 seasons, Susanna is very much like Jeremiah and her ex-husband? Very like, remember when they were picking the dress and she's like, do the really sparkly one. And Belly was like, I don't even like it. Or she was like, we're going to throw you a birthday. And Belly's like, I don't even want that. No one is listening to Belly, but Belly is not. I understood when she was 16. This is her fucking wedding. If you're old enough to have a wedding, talk about what you do and don't want.
You know who does see her? Laurel and Conrad.
You know what? Eat it up. But I'm with Jeremiah on that cacao cake. Team cacao.
I actually am too, because I would love to eat that. That sounds so good.
You're going to give me milk chocolate with a raspberry glaze? I think not.
A raspberry coulis?
A coulis? Absolutely not. Give me the mirror glaze. Better be the fucking coolest cake in the world.
No, the raspberry coulis is the inside. The mirror glaze is the outside.
It's
all of it.
You're making me
80% cacao. We need raspberry coulis. We need mirror glaze. We're not skimping.
You're making me sit outside in the fucking heat. That mirror glaze better be glazing. I swear to God.
I will say they don't have the wedding at the country club in the book. It does go how Belly wants. And like, I don't like this conflict. I don't like the Adam's taking over the wedding so his like mistress can plan it and like he can invite business people. Like, this is a 21-year-old's wedding. Like, who needs to be at this wedding?
These brothers they're gonna send me to an early grave because Conrad knows about the cheating, but Jeremiah doesn't. So when the dad is like,
to come out.
When the dad is like, I'm dating this woman, and Jeremiah's like, we're happy for you, and Conrad's mad that Jeremiah's happy. I'm like, but he doesn't know, my guy. You can't be mad at
I thought he was going to tell him in that
I thought so too.
If they screw up how that gets announced to Jeremiah, I'm going to be pissed because I'm living for this. I need that drama.
I'm going to fight Jenny.
Anyway. And then I think this week is when Conrad has a scene on the beach and he tells Belly about the cheating because he doesn't think Belly knows about the cheating. And she's like, oh, I know. If they screw that up, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, no,
but they will. Let's be honest. They're going to
for as terrible as this whole season has been, the worst scene, though, was in season 2 when Belly and Conrad go to see Snow on the Beach and they didn't play the Taylor Swift song Snow on the Beach and they played that song somewhere else. They played a different
argument of why they didn't need to play that pisses me off even more.
If we're already Hallmarky, just hit it on the nose, baby. Bring it home, you know?
I remember when season 2 trailer came out and we saw a clip of them on the beach in the snow. I remember when Taylor Swift's album came out and I texted somebody and I said, this will be in the summer I turn pretty. And they go, I don't know. That's not in the book. And I said, they will make it work in the show. And then it could have worked. And they chose not to.
And they chose a different Taylor Swift song. And then they played Snow on the Beach at a different fucking point.
With a different couple.
We weren't doing Snow on the Beach.
What is the point of
crazy.
This?
That was crazy. And they used the One Tree Hill song wrong. I still stand by that.
Agreed.
You used it wrong. You used it incorrectly. Whatever. Whoever's scoring this is doing a great job by the selection, but not a great job.
By the placement. Alignment, not
the
great.
Placement's crazy. Anyway. Are you watching anything else? Because I'm really not.
I haven't watched this, but I have to tell you about this because I'm going to watch it now that I'm out of my Love Island UK binge.
Oh, okay.
Australia Survivor. I think they're the ones putting this on. Have you seen this?
Parvati, Suri, and Tony.
And Tony. They're doing a Australia versus the World show. It's available on YouTube, I think. I asked somebody about it. They said they're dropping 3 episodes a week. It's only, I think the contestants were only there for 16 days. Ooh. So it's like a quickie. But there's not that many contestants on it. But every clip I see on TikTok looks amazing. So I will be starting this.
I've been watching Survivor while I work now. I just Googled best Survivor seasons and I'm just kind of going. because I can jump around. I know these people. But I watched, God, what was my favorite is, I don't know. It's the best one. You know it. We've seen it a million times. And I skipped the Brawn versus Brains versus Beauty because I just recently, I feel like, saw that. And now I'm on Parvati's first season. Oh, the one that I love, the best season is the one where it's villains, heroes
versus villains.
That's the
I
best.
always said that, but I
always watch it because I love Sandra going, I'm against you, Russell, and then it's her and Russell and Parvati, and she wins, and it's so funny because she doesn't deserve to win, but she does, and it's so good. So now I'm watching Parvati's first season.
Okay.
Nope. Second season. Nope.
Okay.
Fans versus favorites. I'm watching fans versus. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm watching one of them, and it's going great. And that woman, remember Kathy, who has a full meltdown and then leaves Survivor?
Yes.
Yeah, that was her. That's that season. Poor Kathy. So I'm back on my Survivor bullshit. I just like the show. It's easy to work to. But I stand by, if I was ever on Survivor, I would be going away for murder. I would kill Jeff. Because if I had to hear this man go, Alicia just messed up the puzzle, the way I'm drop kicking you right off into the island.
Especially when they have to like sit and hold something or sit and stand and like concentrate.
Alicia's
like,
shaking. Shut the fuck up, Jeff.
Like, I think I could do a obstacle course because I would just be zoned in and there's a million things you have to do. But if I have to sit and like hold my arm up so a bucket of water doesn't fall on me, like, and he's like, the arms are shaking, it's like, that's just gonna make it worse.
I hate when he's like, it's like, oh, the red team really screwed that up. Shut up, Jeff. Leave me and my red team alone. It's when he really starts like, blue team had a big lead and blew it. Shut up, Jeff.
One person in like a recent season, like the last 5 or so, like Jeff was trying to talk to them during a concentration one, and they were like, I don't want to talk to you right now, Jeff. And he was like, really? Why? What? Why?
Jeff, I'm going to drop kick you into the ocean. I swear to God. I swear to God. But yeah, watch the Australian one. Maybe I'll watch. It's on YouTube?
That's what I've heard. I haven't looked into it, but so if I'm wrong, don't come at me.
There were some creators on TikTok that were like, we got a VPN, so we'll just report it. Like, report on it. And I was like, if I can't watch it, that's how I'll take this in. I swear to
God, if the person meant YouTube TV, I'm going to lose it because I don't have that.
And we're not going to buy it at this point in our lives.
I had an idea. You know how I do my draft for Survivor with my friends here? I want to do a draft for Traitors when it comes out in 2026. So heads
with
up.
Us?
We're going to draft the players, you and me.
You and me?
And maybe the patrons.
I'm going to suck at this.
Yeah, but
if you had asked me last season, I would have picked Derek, Wester, Bus, and Rob.
No, I like we're gonna divide the cast. So like, let's say the patrons.
What if we both have
a third? We get a third, or like I get a third and you get a third.
When it's just whoever has the most standing, because last time it was like 4.
Yeah, whoever has like the most in the finals.
Okay, I like that because I always do root for the Traitors, though. So I
love that.
I'll root against myself.
I think we might have to find out who the Traitors are, so we'll watch episode 1, and we each get a traitor, an original traitor, and then we can divide up the rest.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay,
yeah, I'm in.
So everybody become a patron by January 2026. I guess December, because we'll have to pick them. Well, January.
I honestly kind of think it'd be more fun if we just didn't know who the Traitors were, and it was like, I guess we're just gonna go in blind. We just find these people, and we're like, I guess.
We'll have to do like a live episode or a Patreon exclusive.
We'll have to watch. Well, when does it come out?
It comes out in January, but we know the cast members. So if we don't want to know the Traitors, we can do it in December, and we can do like a Zoom call, and people, the patrons can join, and they collectively can decide for their like third of it, and then we can like go in a rotation and pick.
No, I like that. Okay. I already know I'm gonna fucking lose. I suck at this bullshit.
No, it's really hard because like when I pick for Survivor, it's way different than like you just pick with vibes.
Yeah, but you know these people.
No, I know, but that doesn't help.
Like, imagine if we had done it this year. I would have. The problem is if they bring in like Boston Rob, like they did the first episode, and we're like, who gets him?
Nobody. House. That's an automatic lose. Yeah, because well, here's the thing: if he makes it to the end, there has to be other people there. So like, there is a way to win still.
That's true. That's true. Damn, I would have said. Well, they shocked all of us, right? Because weren't Wes and Derek also? Well, they would have been the house.
Mm-hmm.
the 3 best players that all lost in like 2 weeks were the house.
Yeah, so in that case, we could have split them up, but...
That's true. If they bring in 3 more players, if we could split it equally, we'll do that.
We'll find a way. But
Damn,
I think we should do that.
I would have been stuck with some bullshit like Tom Sandoval and Sierra. I'm like, the fuck am I doing here? I got Dorinda again? No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody study up on who's on the cast, and come December, we're going to pick.
I'm going to blind it. Actually, I like that, because do you ever watch those like TikToks where you randomly have to pick things? Like, it'll be like, they do it a lot with sports, but they do it randomly where it's like, oh, let's build a basketball team or like a football team. And you just have to like go back and forth and pick. And then at the end, you're like, who got the better team? But you never know. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I've always like, I want to do that. Should we pick for Dancing with the Stars, but it doesn't matter because you don't really watch?
Wait, I'm kind of in. When they announce the cast, let's do this.
Should that just be you and me, though? And we'll test it out, and then
we might have to. Yeah, we'll test out the theory. We'll record an episode for the Patreon so they can see the process, and then traders time.
That's our September. That's going to be our September bonus episode.
Yeah, wait, I love that.
Picking.
Okay, when they announce the cast,
this is even dumber though, because it's going to be on America's vote. You have to take America into consideration. We all know America sucks at voting, so I'm going to do the opposite of what I think, because that will align with America then. I've yet to win elections.
I hate it. Okay, I really like that idea. We're going to do that for Dancing with the Stars. Because then that'll keep me active. I won't watch the show, but I love watching your recaps. So this will help keep me even more engaged. Not that I didn't miss any last year, but now I have something to root for during your recaps.
Jesus. I got to remember how I did the recaps. Okay. And then are you listening to anything? I'm not listening.
I started a new audiobook series for the TikTok. So I'm going to announce that a little bit later, but I'm going to film the episodes first because it takes me so long. So that'll come out in September.
Who is it? I wish I was listening to stuff, but I'm really not listening to anything or anyone. It's just me.
Just you yapping at yourself.
I'm listening to myself and my heart.
I hate that.
My heart's just me. It's just us.
Me, myself, and I.
And I love it. Cool. Well, with that, do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. And thanks for listening. Love ya.
Bye.